I think my question probably, Jeremy, is for you. When I look at your CV, Jeremy, and I see...
A routine Westminster committee hearing suddenly took an unexpected turn. Rupert Lowe looked beyond the defence budget and focused on something far more fundamental: the people making the decisions. After examining the Permanent Secretary's career history, he asked whether the Ministry of Defence had the right leadership to manage Britain's national security. The response was careful, but the moment quickly became one of the most discussed exchanges from the hearing. Was this a fair challenge about accountability or an unfair attack on the civil service? Watch the full exchange and decide for yourself.
Yes, I had a general question, and I've listened with interest to the answers you've given today, but I think my question probably, Jeremy, is for you. When I look at your CV, Jeremy, and I see you've been Permanent Secretary in 4 different departments since 2020, and you took up this job last November. So arguably you could be described as a jack of all trades and a master of none. That's not a reflection on you. I think it's a reflection on the civil service.
We want to just be careful.
No, but I've got a question, a key question here, Geoffrey. The question is, have you got the right team around you? Are you the right man, and have you got the right team around you to make these crucial decisions, which are arguably a matter now of national defence and security?
I am incredibly impressed with the senior team that I have in the Ministry of Defence. And I'm delighted that Rupert Pearce is our National Armaments Director, an excellent DG Finance on the panel, and Air Marshal Tim and the entire military leadership. So there are very good reasons for why this has taken the time it has. But I'm delighted that we now have a plan and we've got the team that we need to deliver.
So the purpose of my question is today we've talked about various budgets and spend. And in my experience of running any form of strategic investment is if you end up with the wrong team making the decisions, you end up with budgets going to the wrong place. So when I read people like General Richard Barron's saying in 2018 the army was not fit for purpose, his view of DIP was basically he said we may as well not have bothered. I read Fiona Hill talking about the fact we're losing the hybrid war, to your point, with Russia, which is a crucial part of our defence, really. The hybrid issue, I think, to your point, Geoffrey, is incredibly important. We look at John Healey's resignation statement, Al Khan's resignation statement, and comments from senior leaders of the armed forces. I mean, this is an incredibly important issue, and I think from the taxpayer's point of view, we want to make sure, number one, we're not wasting taxpayers' money, and number two, we want to make sure that we are genuinely preparing ourselves for what, as you say, is an increasingly febrile environment, and national security is, as you know, underpinned by our economy. We talk about a percentage of GDP. Our GDP is far from certain. Our economy is very weak. So ultimately, we need to invest in this, and I think from everybody's point of view, it was worth just asking this general question, because I'm concerned when I read all this stuff that we may not have the right formula. But if you can assure me that you're the right man, we've got the right formula, then I'll be happy.
This is the first duty of government, and I feel that every single day that I'm doing this job. What you've said about the importance of clarity of accountability, clarity of capability, and knowing that you have the right people, what my military colleagues would call the SQEP, in order to deliver, is absolutely critical to deliver programmes. I've spent 30 years in government managing budgets, delivering some of the most complex, the most challenging budgets in government, and I can really see how those skills are applicable to the work in defence.
My question.
Happy? Everybody, any more questions?
If you enjoy balanced coverage of UK politics, Parliament and Westminster, please like the video, subscribe to Britain Politics, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future debates, committee hearings, and political analysis. I'd also like to hear your view in the comments. Was Rupert Lowe's challenge justified, or do you think the civil service gave a convincing response?